Hey, welcome to the program. I'm Keith Hittner Sr. together with Keith Hittner Jr., the money man Kelvin Kaemingk. Where the heck is he?
I don't know. Why is Kelvin not here?
He's down in Iowa. His brother-in-law coaches football down there, so he's down there at the state championship.
Oh.
Something like that.
Oh, good for him. So you just heard the voice of Jared Hanowski. He's in the studio on behalf of Kelvin Kaemingk, so we're at least going to get some decent information today, and rather than the hedging and fudging that Kelvin always seems
Always
to
so boring.
Yeah. Say, holiday party season is here, and Thanksgiving is coming. Today, Sunday, is your last day to order your turkey. Orders get shut off tonight because we got to get these babies rubbed up and ready to go into the smoker. We got a wad of them going out on Wednesday, actually. I'm surprised at how many are going out on Wednesday, and the rest are being picked up by people hot and fresh and juicy and ready to go on Thanksgiving morning. So if you want to order your turkey, just go to RackShackBarbecue.com, click on the store, or it's RackShackBBQStore.com, and order that turkey up. Today's the last day. Just $70, and you get a nice 20-pound raw weight. I don't know what it cooks down to, but you lose a little bit when you cook it, but it's a nice-sized bird, all set and ready to go. RealEstateChalkTalk.com, that's RealEstateChalkTalk.com. That's the show website with tools and vendor contact information. We're in the middle of an upgrade and a rebuild on that site, but the old one's still up and running. Fix up your home and get it ready for sale, or you can call us directly at 612-627-8000. You can call it right now, 612-627-8000. If you need help, want a little advice, or just want to chat, that's the number to call. Remember, we can't help you if you don't call, so call today.
Senior's got the ear. He's a good listener.
Yeah.
I can attest.
I'm a really good listener. Yeah. Not a very good pay-attentioner, but a good listener.
He'll listen.
He pretends. He can hear. He's not listening.
Just like
he hears you.
My wife always says, "You never listen to me." I said, "Hey, I do listen to you. I just don't pay any attention to you."
Just don't care what you're saying.
Yeah, I just don't care what you're saying, and then it makes her feel better.
That's good.
She knows I'm listening.
You just got to nod your head the odd time, so she thinks you're, acknowledging it.
Yeah, then she throws out a snap pop quiz though.
Right.
And you can get. I could see your wife doing that, Keith.
Don't bring my wife into this.
You better have the answer.
This is all about you today.
Okay.
You don't need to focus on me.
Levi Hoyt is in the studio. He's going to be with us from Hoyt Exteriors. We're going to talk a little bit about outside work. And winter is finally upon us. I wonder what they do when the weather gets cold to work on those exteriors. But
those rain days. Those
rain
guys.
days, they sleep in.
Yep, they don't like to show up. Not Levi, though. Levi's going to be there.
He's here.
Jared, what are you going to talk about?
I'm going to talk a little bit about Fed Chair Janet Yellen spoke yesterday.
Yeah. She said she's hanging in there.
Yeah, well, she kind of said that they're probably going to raise interest rates in December, the Fed rate, which...
Election's over now, it's safe.
Election's over, they're going to raise that.
Then they'll blame it on Trump.
For sure, yeah. So we'll see what happens. Most of the people in the Fed think that they're going to raise it. The economy's rocking and rolling. They figure, I don't know how much that is true, and then they think with the Trump administration that we're going to see some inflation. So that's the reason that it's okay to raise rates. So we'll see.
Seems like the banking sector is doing well. That's kind of what's driving a lot of this. Because of the talk of the rates, there was a little bit of spike after she spoke.
Right.
In the stock market.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because bank stocks are...
and I think corporate earnings came out and they're doing well. And I think overall, they just think with the Trump administration, they're going to spend money, so they'll see some inflation. Rates have obviously gone up a little bit since the election.
Well, the economy's going to definitely heat up.
Right.
Because his policies are great for business. So,
right.
We're going to see some real improvement in their manufacturing sector and all that stuff, and that just bodes for higher interest rates. Maybe we'll get back to historical norms.
Right. So yeah, it's still looking with with appreciation in the market and where interest rates are. It's still a good time to buy, obviously, because who knows where things will be in 2-3 years, right? What is the market appreciating at now? I mean, I know what kind
3 to 5 seems like a normal clip, but I had a good conversation with some sellers just yesterday, actually. And we talked about what happened in 2012 and the appreciation that we've kind of seen since then. We saw some year-over-year numbers of 12% increase, another year at 10% increase, and so we probably saw about 24% over the course of 2 years, depending on your community in the area. And that was concerning a little bit. I mean, we were down so far. So to see the appreciation rates pop like that is a little bit expected. But we wanted it to settle out, which it has now. So over the last couple of years, we've seen a little bit more normal appreciation, and your 5%, and then 3 to 5% now. So it's settling back out, and we expect to see the same next year too. And that's nationally as well. So Minnesota is not an anomaly by any means. There are some areas of the country that are doing better, doing worse. But Minnesota seems to be following kind of that national trend now, moving forward, which is great because, again, it is more of a normal appreciation, which to me means it's more sustainable, and we'll see, just that nice clip of housing appreciation where it's not that bubble that we hope to not see. So that conversation's kind of been tamped down now as the market's settled out.
What do you think will happen? The last couple springs we've really seen in the spring market just kind of been crazy as far as prices getting, people overbidding, prices going way up. Next spring, with interest rates being a little bit higher, you think the activity is going to be as high, or do you think?
I do. It's not going to be. I hope to have a really good spring.
Yeah.
And I expect to see that. And the reason being, interest rates will still be low, right?
Yeah.
You say they'll be higher.
Right. What's higher
What does it
mean?
mean? Quarter, half point.
High. And the thing is now we have millennials, getting out of college, or these people, they've never seen or paid attention to interest rates anything less than 4%.
Yeah, so they have a mindset.
Right. So when you tell somebody they're going to get a 30-year fixed at 4.25%, they think you're crazy almost. But if you go back the old days, senior, interest rates back in the day.
A normal interest rate, if an interest rate was in the 6s, it was considered good. And, bouncing all the way to the low 8s was still considered, normal, kind of doable.
And even for us, Jared,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
right.
When I bought my first house, it was like 6.875, and then the seconds were always like 7.25 or something like that.
Right.
And then when the rates started dropping, and we started seeing the 5s, that was phenomenal.
Right.
And now, if you were to tell a millennial buyer, which makes up a big portion of our market, 5%, they about fall out of their chair.
Right.
Right. So to see high 3s, low 4s in the spring will probably be, if it is higher, 4.5%, something like that.
Yeah, I think
that's not crazy.
Yeah.
So to answer the question regarding the spring, it will have to do a lot with inventory, which we'll have very little of.
Right.
We're going to bottom out to one of the lowest numbers we've seen in my experience in being in the market since paying attention to where real estate inventory levels are and values are since about 1998, late 90s. This will be the lowest. At the peak of the market, we were in the high 40,000-ish mark in homes on the market in the metro area, and now we're at about 10. So to be below 10 at the bottom of the market going into the spring, that should help to continue that spur of activity that we've seen over the last couple of years in that spring market. So we're teeing up listings right now, having conversations with folks. The weather's starting to turn on us. So just this next week, I have a couple photo shoots, and we're doing the photo shoots for spring listings. And spring listings, we're talking about February and March. And what does it look like in Minnesota, February and March?
Snow.
Still full of snow. So we're doing those photo shoots this upcoming week to make sure that we have some green, to make sure that we can see the yard, to make sure that we can see the patios and the pools and things like that that are underneath the snow in February and March. And so we're preparing for those listings. We do have some active listings coming on too that we will sell over the winter. We do every year. But if we plan to put houses on in the spring, let's get the photo shoots done now. We can do that, and you can give us a call at 612-627-8000. That's 612-627-8000. That number's going to ring my phone, Senior's phone at the same time, and we'll have a conversation with you about what you're looking for and what you want to do, whether that's buying a home now in the winter or selling your home in the spring, and we can help you dial that price in too. And, of course, Jared's sitting in today for Kelvin Kaemingk from AMIC, Jared Hanowski from AMIC. Give him a call. What's your number?
612-432-2252.
He's Kelvin's partner, business partner.
Business partner.
So he'll answer your questions on the mortgage side of things. This is Real Estate Chalk Talk. We're going to head up to break here. Please visit us online at realestatechalktalk.com. That's realestatechalktalk.com. When we come back, we'll speak with Levi Hoyt from Hoyt Exteriors. I hope I got the name right. Hoyt, that is your last name, right? Thumbs up from Levi. What's his website here? HoytExteriors.com. HoytExteriors.com. You can find them online. Their phone number is 651-212-4965. We'll be right back with Levi Hoyt from Hoyt Exteriors. This is Real Estate Chalk Talk. See you on the other side of the break.
Hey, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Real Estate Chalk Talk, and we're broadcasting from the Rack Shack Barbecue Studio here in the Twin Cities. I'm Keith Hittner Sr. in the studio with Keith Hittner Jr., and you can reach us at 612-627-8000. Call right now. Be happy to help you. Kelvin's out of town down at a basketball, is it basketball? Football championship game down in Iowa.
Iowa thing.
Yeah. Cedar Falls, Iowa.
They're down there tipping cows. Let's go.
Jared's in the studio in his stead, and will be filling us in on the market information later in the program. Right now, we've got in the studio with us, we've got Levi Hoyt from Hoyt Exteriors, HoytExteriors.com. Levi, welcome to the program.
Levi.
Thanks for having me.
Levi, thanks. Okay, tell us a little bit about your company and where you're located and how you got started, how you've been doing business, all that background stuff.
Yeah, so Hoyt Exteriors is a branch of a parent company, Hoyt Construction. It's been in business for 16 years. My dad started that company.
Okay.
We work hand in hand together. I've been on for about 6 years. Started the exterior branch of our company doing roofing, siding, windows, decks. We do a lot of that kind of stuff. We're located right in Apple Valley, next to Enterprise Car Rental, right on Galaxy there. In the office building. We do a lot of work in that area, metro area.
So when you grew up in the construction business then?
Yep.
How long did you say that your dad had the construction?
16 years,
16
so since
years.
2000.
Okay. And so you started with him, swinging a hammer? And,
Yeah, yep.
And decided to dovetail off of that and do some aftermarket, so to speak?
Yeah, we just started
construction?
an exterior branch. So we
Okay.
do a lot of insurance claims, large townhomes is kind of our bread and butter. We do a lot of commercial re-roofs, residential stuff. Just kind of took a branch of my dad's company and expanded it.
What made you want to do that?
I just seen the market and, we're really controlled by our honesty and things we do right, and I saw a lot of people doing things wrong, and just thought that the customer could use someone that has been swinging a hammer for a long period of time and isn't just starting out of nowhere.
Are you like an authorized dealer of something?
Yeah, so we are an authorized dealer of Richland Windows, and then we're also a Master Elite contractor with GAF, which is about 1% of contractors.
What's GAF?
GAF Shingles, one of the top 3 brands. There's kind of, just like cars, there's 3 top brands. GAF's one of the big ones.
That means you really install a good shingle, right?
Yeah, correct.
Good.
We got to get inspected by GAF.
Yeah.
They come out and, give us a score. We always get 10 out of 10, which is beneficial. We can offer warranties, certain things.
I was just
better
going to say, does
pricing.
that impact your warranties?
Yeah,
then?
huge warranties. So townhomes especially like that because they change hands so much, different boards, and all of a sudden they don't remember who the contractor was, and GAF will actually warranty that roof. So if something happens to me, if something happens to the board, something gets changed, GAF will stand behind that roof as well.
So what makes a roof, I don't want to get too much buried in the weeds here about detail of shingles, but what makes GF better than some other brand of shingle?
At the end of the day, it kind of comes down to colors and things you want. Similar to like your Dodge, Chevy, Ford. Someone likes one, someone likes the other. At the end of the day, it's raw materials, it's a shingle. But warranties come into play, colors come into play. We just prefer that shingle, just working with it for a long period of time. They've been in business a long time, haven't had a lot of these lawsuits that other companies have had. Stand behind their customers.
Yeah, how about those? What do you do with those now? So we have clients, real estate clients, where they're selling their property, or even folks that have bought homes and been in there for years, and then these things start peeling up on them, these organic shingles. Can you talk about that a little bit? Because a lot of people, they don't even know they have these things on their roof. So folks that are listening, if your roof seems to be deteriorating prematurely, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so an organic shingle was something that was tried. We see a lot of it here in the metro in the 90s, when kind of everything was being tried at the same time, a lot of faded siding, similar things. So what they did is they used an organic mat, which is similar to like a felt paper, similar to almost a newspaper. It's an organic mat.
Is this going to be this was going to be a green idea then, or what was the purpose of it? Do you know?
Not exactly. I've been asked that question before. It wasn't a green idea like what we think of organic now, which would be the perfect time to use the word organic now.
Yeah.
But back then, it was just a way they were trying to use less fiberglass. The story kind of, CertainTeed did a lot of it.
Right.
It was just a trial and error thing. Felt is organic as well, but now they use a fiberglass mat, so that's not a problem at all. Those shingles would curl after 10, 15 years.
Yeah, it looks
Huge
like potato
lawsuits.
chips on the roof.
Yeah, and they're not fun. They sound like potato chips when you're walking on them as well.
Crunch, crunch.
But there was a lawsuit that's almost come to an end now.
Yeah.
So when you're up there, you said that they come and they, check out your roofs and all that stuff. What kind of things are they looking for?
Just low nails, which we call a shiner, where the nails below the nail line.
Okay.
Just proper installation. There's a book we have to follow. A lot of roofers go out there, they trust just their crew. They have no clue, never swung a hammer in their life, and we see those roofs later, and that's the things they're looking for: proper flashing.
So it gets down to really following the process.
Yeah, absolutely. And we follow the book, 100%. We actually have gotten that comment that it's, it's like reading the book. We don't do anything that book doesn't say, even if it's extremely hard.
Nails or staples?
Nails only. Yep.
Nails only.
Yep.
Real quick, again, we're talking with Levi Hoyt from Hoyt Exteriors. HoytExteriors.com, 651-212-4965. 651-212-4965. HoytExteriors.com. You said you're a master installer, or you have a brand for windows.
Yep.
What's that brand? I've never heard of it before.
Richland Windows. So
Okay.
they're a kind of an offshoot of the Hayfield window. They're made in Hayfield, Minnesota. We are a dealer of that window just recently. I was looking for a vinyl window because that's what a lot of our customers are looking for. We do Marvins, Andersons as well. But we were looking for a good vinyl window, and they kind of blew me away with that window.
And they make those right here in Minnesota?
Yep, Hayfield, Minnesota.
Kristen's
Right by
from,
Dodge Center.
Hayfield.
Is that right?
Yeah.
The wife?
Yep, that's where my wife's from.
Yeah,
We have
she-
Hayfield windows. I built a Lennar house
Sure.
earlier this year, and it's Hayfield windows in there. I don't know if they're, what is it, Richland?
Richland, it's basically made at the factory. It's for contractors to be able to sell, but they took contractors in, had them look at the window and say, we don't like this. We do like this about Hayfield. We'd like this instead. So it's a lot more aesthetically pleasing window, and it's a lot better for us as contractors to install. So we kind of jumped on board with them.
Cool. So they took the advice and actually did something with it.
Yeah, and they really
came up with a
did.
product
For once.
that works well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool.
I had a question. We have a house that we had inspected this week, as a matter of fact, and we got a wall full of water. It's a stucco house. They drilled through the stucco and water ran out.
Oh, no.
So you got an issue there, and they're going to pull windows. Then a few of those windows. How do you deal with something like that? Where do you even begin?
Sure. With stuff like that, a lot of stucco remediation companies came about in that same 90s. There was a lot of bad stucco.
Yeah, early
There-
2000s.
Early 2000s. Same with the shingles. It was all bad, late
Yeah.
90s. A lot of stuff going on. So, you can find a stucco remediation company. My brother-in-law, who works with me hand in hand, he actually bought a house and had to get it. Remediation was part of the buy. I don't know who did it. They kind of worked that out in the deal. But, we see a lot of that. We tear off a lot of stucco. The problem is stucco holds moisture, lets it in, but also can hold it, which
Right.
causes a lot of rot issues.
Right.
So you can run into...
You wind up having a bigger issue than
Yeah, but you do want to deal with
leaking
it.
window.
A lot of people want to just Band-Aid it, and then pretty soon, a lot worse things can
Pretty soon
happen.
we got a cheetah pet growing in the bedroom.
Yeah, you don't want that. We see that a lot.
What kind of siding do you guys typically put on then? Do you have all the hardy boards and all that, or it's all vinyl, or what?
Sure, we do a lot of LP Smart Side. Hardy, probably get in trouble for saying, but has just kind of gone by the wayside a little bit.
It has.
Yep.
It's hard to work with, and it's heavy, and it wicks moisture.
Yeah, and OSHA has came out with some new rules dealing with silica, which is changing a lot of guys. You got to do a lot of protective equipment. They're seeing a lot of problems with silica dust, which is in the hardy.
Right.
So
Great.
LP,
So it's like the old asbestos siding now. You need to get it
Yeah.
remediated.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's great.
so LP Smart Side's really taken over that market. That's made up in Two Harbors, Minnesota, so it gives everybody a warm fuzzy feeling there too.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, nice stuff.
Well, we like it locally made. Now, there's some special techniques in installing that too, and And if you're an authorized or approved dealer, they come down and check that too? Have you guys gone through that process?
Yeah, we go through training,
Okay.
platinum installation training.
Yeah.
We have a crew that does our siding. Guys I went to high school with, they're platinum certified as well, so they do all my LP for me. We're doing a large townhome development right now, so I got them in there doing that as well. Not in LP, that's in vinyl.
Now, let me ask you this. How about you mentioned your crews and guys you went to high school with? Are these guys, do they work for you, or or do you sub?
Yep. So, in this industry, subcontractors are used most. We have a staff of 7 guys in-house where we will go do a house, but when it comes to a large project, we bring in crews so we can get the job done more effectively. And I share those same crews with multiple contractors.
Okay, same with roofing?
Yep, depending on the size of the job.
That's good. Well, I just want to thank Levi for coming in. Levi Hoyt from Hoyt Exteriors. HoytExteriors.com. That's HoytExteriors.com. 651-212-4965. That number again is 651-212-4965. HoytExteriors.com. Thanks, Levi.
Yep.
Thanks for coming in. This is Real Estate Chalk Talk. Give us a call at 612-627-8000, 612-627-8000, or visit us online at realestatechalktalk.com. Remember, there you can check your home value or search for properties. That's realestatechalktalk.com. And the phone number one more time to call is 612-627-8000. We'll be right back.